In June 2024, we drove one of Canada's most iconic and remote drives, the Dempster Highway. We drove our 32-year-old camper van along this rugged 880-kilometre dirt road all the way to the Arctic Ocean.
I am so excited we made it to the Arctic Ocean.
It's an unforgettable journey, and in this video we're sharing a few tips we picked up while preparing for the trip. First up, take it slow and enjoy the ride. This is not a road you want to rush. The landscapes are absolutely breathtaking, and the sense of remoteness is unlike anything else.
We are literally in the middle of nowhere.
We took 4 days to drive up and 3 to return. The only reason the way back was quicker was because heavy rain was forecast, and by then we were familiar with the road conditions. Flat tyres are common out here, so a solid spare is essential. We actually checked ours a week before leaving and ended up replacing it. Lucky we did, as it was perished. Some people carried 2 spares, but we didn't have the space. Instead, we brought along a tyre repair kit. A reliable air compressor is also a must. Ours didn't cut it. We couldn't inflate our light truck tyres to 80 psi, so we picked up a more heavy-duty one. Make sure you have the right tools to change a tyre. That means a working jack, a wheel brace, and anything else your setup needs. Mike didn't trust our original jack, so we swapped it out for a heavy-duty hydraulic one. We also carried one of those squishy sealants you inject into the tyre, but luckily we didn't need to use them. Before setting off, we sealed up the van. We taped the door locks, the seams, and even some vents to keep the dust out. It helped, a bit, but you'll probably still find dust in places you didn't know existed. Make sure you stock up on food and water. The Dempster is remote, and getting stranded is a real possibility, whether it be from fires, ferry breakdowns, or mechanical issues. In fact, just after we completed the drive, the ferry was out of action for 5 days.
So if you're coming up here in winter, there is no ferry. It's just an ice bridge. You just drive across the river.
In summer, wildfires are a real risk in the Yukon and Northwest Territories. You should check the route for fires before heading off. And we always carry a water filter, a Steri pen, and aqua tabs in the van, just in case we need to collect water. We also brought along spare oil, brake fluid, wiper fluids, an oil filter, and extra fuel, but none of these were required. There are a few places to refuel, but don't rely on them always being open. We topped up in Eagle Plains, Fort McPherson, even though we didn't need to, and Inuvik. And it's better to be safe than sorry. There's no cell service on the Dempster, so bring some kind of emergency device. We used our Garmin InReach. It let us text family and receive road updates. If you don't have one, you can rent a satellite phone in Whitehorse. The Arctic has 56 days a year between June and August when the sun never sets.
So here I am waiting for the sun to go down so I can go to bed, but it's not going down.
It's never going to go down. It's 11 o'clock at night, not the daytime. And it's just not going to go down. It's going to stay up all night. I've waited my whole life to see this, and now I'm going to go to bed.
It's absolutely incredible, but if you have trouble sleeping, make sure you pack an eye mask or put up some blackout curtains. I just pretend I'm having an afternoon nap. If you see someone pulled over, always stop to check they're okay. It's part of the Dempster Highway spirit, and others will do the same for you. Plan for a longer drive than you expect. Take in the views. The road can be rough, but slowing down reduces the chance of flat tyres or cracked windscreens. We notice locals and truck drivers slow down when passing others, but some tourists seem to treat it like a race. Be extra cautious around cyclists and motorcycles. Parts of the road are rutted and slippery, and they often have to carefully choose their line. Give them plenty of space. Some stretches we drove at just 15 kilometres an hour, but hey, we've got an old van, and we want to look after him. Facilities are limited along the way, but you'll find services in Eagle Plains, Port McPherson, Inuvik, and Tuktoyaktuk. I know Eagle Plains and Inuvik campgrounds have showers, great for washing all that Dempster dust off. There are also plenty of free camping spots along the way, and we used iOverlander to find these. We'll share the ones we stayed at with a summarised post and a link in the description.
We just found this nice little spot to stop for the night. Nobody else here.
Avoid driving over shredded tyres. Some might still have sharp metal pieces inside that could puncture yours. And a friendly tip, don't get annoyed with your co-driver when they shout pothole. They're just trying to save your wheels. Finally, don't let the horror stories scare you off. We heard all the worst case scenarios before we left. But if you take it easy, enjoy the journey and respect the road, it's an absolutely magical experience. And make sure to give your car a good wash at the end of the trip. The roads are treated with calcium chloride to keep the dust down, but it can lead to rust if left on too long. If you'd like to follow our full journey along the Dempster Highway, check the link in the description below.
So this is the old air filter. This is the new air filter.
Right, yes, it's black rubber and this is orange rubber, but
Look at it, that's after doing the Dempster. It wasn't that bad before we
no, it's
started.
like
for
that
sure.
to start
It
off
was
with.
like that, yeah. So we're swapping that out.